Alright, what's up ladies and gentlemen, it's Super here and welcome back to another Mortal Kombat 1 video. Today, we're here in the Living Forest and we're here to, by the way, this is probably my favorite stage. I just love the way it looks, especially this version of it. I like the daytime one, but I like this version of it the most. But we're here to do a basic character tutorial on Nitara. Nitara was my favorite character up until I played Sindel, because Mama Sindel has some sick combos, at least combo characters. But leave a like on the video for the Nitara action. Just want to mention, for anyone who doesn't know, when I refer to numbers, I'm talking about the face buttons, the attack buttons on your controllers. So 1 is going to be X, 2 is going to be Y, 3 is going to be A, and 4 is going to be B. So just transfer those if you play on PlayStation. So I'm going to be mentioning 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's get started here with Nitara. I find that she's a really hard character to win with because she has such low health. And especially if you're using the Nitara assist like I'm using, it reduces her health by 100 points. That's 10%. From 950, which is her default, she has the lowest health in the game, to 850. But she does gain some really nice tools with the Nitara assist. Is it worth it? I have no idea. I'll let you guys be the judges of that. But that's what I'm here to teach you, just the basics of Nitara with the Nitara assist. So let's get started here. Nitara, you're only going to be using a couple combo strings with her, just like every other character. You're going to be using 1, 2. That's going to be like a stagger string, because that combo string is going to lead to 1, 2, 1, 2, which is going to be your main launcher. And from here, you could go into pretty much anything you want. So after the launcher, you don't even have to do any air combos. You can go into something like this. Keep it simple. To be honest, sometimes keeping it simple with Nitara is going to get you the most damage. Sometimes when you do air dashes, it actually nerfs the damage compared to if you keep it simple. So I'll show you guys an example like a little bit later. But I like using the air dashes just because she has like crazy mobility and she's so much fun to use. So 1, 2, 1, 2, that's going to be your main meterless launcher. That's going to come in handy a lot, especially with the Nitara assist. She has another meterless launcher, or she has another like combo starter, which is 2, 2. With Nitara, you could do 2, 2 spit into the Nitara cameo, and then that'll let you combo from the spit because it has so much hit stun. But if you don't have the Nitara assist and you actually hit your opponent, you could do 2, 2, 1 into dive kick, and then after that you could go into 1, 2 into her flying move, and then into the lunge attack. That could get you, what is that, 267 damage clean. And you could even meter burn it if you want a little bit extra damage. And by little extra damage, I mean Nitara hits like a truck. That is one thing that I will give her. She hits like a truck. She's doing 50% easy. She does have to spend some resources to get up there into the close 60s. But she's easily doing like 48% with 1 bar only, which is really, really good. So 2, 2, 1, really good. 1, 2, 1, 2, really good. She has a sweep that's amazing because it's a 2-hitter, so it could break some armor, especially she could break her own armor, or she could like avoid her own armor because this is a high. So if you're playing versus another Nitara, you could actually go under her armor and hit her and punish her for doing an armor attack with this low. But the cool thing about it is you could actually cancel the first part of that low into a special move. So that's pretty cool because especially with Nitara, you actually get a legit 50-50, even though this is very slow. You get a legit 50-50 with her overhead and her low, because from her low you could combo into the spit, and then from the spit you could go into whatever you want. So I like that low a lot. I just showed you guys she has this overhead move right here. It goes into this combo string, overhead into high, so I wouldn't really recommend that. If you're going to use the overhead, I would probably say commit to her dive kick. That's where she gets like the absolute most damage that she's going to get off a straight up overhead into a meter burn dive kick. This is the easy version. But the easy version gets you, I think, more damage than the harder version. That does 55%, and then this is the version that I use just because I like the dash cancels. But as you guys see, the easy version actually does a tiny bit more damage, and it's like so much easier. You just go like this, boom, you do another one. That is like the easiest it's gonna get with her, and that does 55%. So like I said, she hits like a truck. No cameos needed. You just get that raw overhead, and if you commit to the dive kick and it hits, you're gonna get that big boy damage, or big girl damage in this case. But one cool thing is you could also cancel her overhead into her air dash, which obviously her air dash you do it with forward and the switch dance button, which I'm happy they actually gave the switch dance button some purpose in this game. You have 8 ways that you could dash. Like Magneto from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, you have an 8-way dash with Nitara, which is really cool. If you want to stall for time, you could actually use 3 of your bars of meter and just kill time like this. It's really cool, and you know, you get a free one in combos. For example, like if I launch the opponent in this, you get a free one, boom, like that. That one's free. But if you dashed once before, like if you dash in like this, wait, if you dash in like this, I don't think you get a free one anymore, right? Oh, you still get a free one, okay. So when you don't get a free one is if you use it twice. So for example, I don't have Scorpion. Scorpion's a better example. Okay, hold on. Like this. So you get a free one there, but if you want to use it again, as you guys see, it costs more meter. Stand 3 is not a good example, but you guys see it, right? There you go. So if you use it once, you can't use it again freely. Only if you do it off like a air dash into jump in, like that, then you can use it again. But so you can use it like this. You still get that free one right there. But if you use it once in a combo, it's gonna cost meter. So you have to be careful when you use your air dash. Sometimes when your cameo's on screen, for some reason it costs meter to do it, or like it seems like if you call, like when I was using Scorpion, I called in my cameo and Scorpion was still on screen, and then when I would go to air backdash or something, it would cost meter. Maybe the game was reading that I was still trying to do the combo, so my air dash was, you know, cost a bar of meter because of it. I'm not sure, but you have to be careful with air dash when you already used one, because it does cost a bar of meter if you use it again. But you could use it to cancel that overhead to make it a little bit more safe with that jump in. I'm pretty sure your opponent can interrupt it. They could also up block. Oh my god, look at look at Nitara's face. You could use after that you could up block whatever your opponent does, so be careful. Up block is Nitara's worst nightmare. Whenever you're playing on Nitara, you could actually see them do an air dash and you could up block it, and it's actually very easy to counter. So a lot of times Nitaras are not really going to do that versus me. You know, they just more approach with their ground game, which she does have a really nice button right here. Forward 1, really good to use this. Keep in mind, I think the second attack of this move, you could armor through it. And if you're using an invincible assist like Kung Lao, I'm pretty sure that that's going to be a free invincible launcher, because this has a gap in it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure, so I'm not going to check it. But this has a gap in it, so be careful. But for the most part, not too many people are going to know that, especially the game came out recently. So I just spam the hell out of this because it's a good mid. It's a good forward advancing mid that gets you in. If you're using Nitara, obviously, and you think you're going to punish, then you can go for this. Boom, boom, boom into combo. That's why I like using Nitara. And he recovers pretty quickly from the teleport, so you're going to be able to get him relatively quickly. But this is a good move as well. Like I said, I talked about the overhead. You could cancel into your air dash. This low right here. If you're using the Scorpion Assist, people get caught by this a lot. It's stand 3-4. It's a high into a low. A lot of people get caught by this for some reason. Like on block, they don't know that the second attack is a low. So what I was doing with Scorpion Assist is I was doing this and calling the Scorpion Assist, and they would get bounced up into the flame, and then I would get a free combo. That was like, maybe it was just day one stuff, I guess, but I don't know, I just wanted to throw that in there. But any of these like aerial attacks that launch you, you could cancel into dive kick. So this, you can cancel into dive kick. Stand 3 can cancel into dive kick. Keep in mind the dive kick is a mid, it's not an overhead, so this is not like a mix-up low overhead. So just keep that in mind. You could also forward 4 is another really good attack, because this is going to be your combo extender when you want to get like huge damage off the Nitara assist. So what I'm talking about is a combo like this. Then you do your forward 4, and then you go into whatever combo you want. Because the forward 4, because it brings Nitara up in the air, you could cancel it into dive kick, and that's the only move that does that. That isn't this, but I think this looks kind of stupid. I think this looks stupid. I think this looks better. It looks cooler, because you could do that and then do the same combo that I just showed you, but I think this looks cooler. Unfortunately, you cannot. There's not enough hits done, excuse me, to get that overhead. So just wanted to throw that out there, but this is what I use to get that combo extension. Now let's move on to a special move. So a lot of people were telling me to use this, right? They're telling me to use this. This right here is kind of like the blood sacrifice from Kodokan, where he slices his stomach and he gains increased damage on his first 3 hits, his first 3 attacks that he throws out. It's not the case with Nitara. What this does is like a blood sacrifice. So anytime that you catch your opponent with this move right here, as you guys see, you recover your health back. And it's only a one-time thing. Like if I do it again, it's not going to recover my health again. So in essence, you lose 50 damage, and then if you do this, all this does is give you your health back. Like there's literally no point in using it. The only thing that is useful to use from that is if you want to use this projectile right here. But then again, if it hits, it only does about 60 damage. So in my opinion, I don't know, just me personally, I haven't found a good use for it. I'd rather keep my 50 damage instead of, you know, maybe giving up, I don't know, pressure or something in order to do this. Similar to this, I think this does damage over time. That's the only other thing that is significant. If you hit somebody with the blood spit, it actually does damage over time. So that's another reason that you would want to use it. As you guys see, it does a tiny bit of damage over time. It's not even like the cow shot from Aaron Black or something. It barely does a little bit of damage over time, maybe an extra %. And you're giving up 50 points of health, which then leads you to only having 800 health. One combo from Reiko with a fatal blow, and you're in one-touch scenario, death scenario. So in my opinion, it's not really worth it. The blood spit is your wake-up attack. You actually get armor from it, which is really good, because let me see. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. Oh, there you go. Okay. So as you guys see, Motaro actually gives Nitara an armored launcher. So if your opponent gets hit by this, you could use the Motaro assist to teleport, and then you're gonna be able to teleport in time to get a combo. Keep in mind though, the combo, oh shit, the combo gets scaled like crazy because it knows that you're using it as an armored launcher. So I would recommend, if you are gonna use her wake up into the Motaro assist, you keep everything meterless, because I'm gonna show you guys the damage scaling. have to shorten the combo right there. I'll do a different one. Oops. Oh, Nitara didn't come back. Keep it simple like this. So if I use an extra bar of meter, it's only going to give me a tiny bit of damage, only 20 points more of damage compared to if I keep this meterless. Look, it already does like what, 256, because the game knows that you're using a armor attack, that you're getting hit by the armor attack, so it's gonna nerf the damage because you're using the, you know, cameo mechanics to get pretty much an armored launcher. So anytime that happens and your armor attack gets hit, your combo damage is reduced because there's ways to make armored launchers just like this. So keep that in mind. But it's a really strong tool because if your opponent does something that has a gap in it, you're gonna be able to punish it for 25%. If you have your Nitara cameo, of course. I think this also works with Kung Lao. Oh god. You're gonna be able to punish your opponent for, you know, almost 26%, 25% if they do any combo string that has a gap in it and you have a bar of meter and one cameo assist. So I think that's really strong than Nitara has. Keep in mind, a lot of characters have the potential to do that, but I think it's really strong that Nitara has that option when using the Nitara assist. I don't think you can use the Kung Lao assist. I think it's too slow. Because as you guys see, the Nitara assist is instant. It's pretty much instant. So I don't think the Kung Lao assist will have that effect. So that's why I like using Nitara. But other than that, she has obviously this move right here, which is really fast. You could actually use it, like for example, if your opponent, I don't know, if they do a normal attack where it leaves them open for like half a second, you can throw this out and use it to punish from this distance because it's really fast. And if you meter burn it, you could, you know, extend it for, I don't think you could get it twice though, but it is really good to punish your opponent from, you know, that far away. 341 damage, or if your opponent is not fast with their pressure and you just randomly wake up with this, it's a pretty good tool if you want to YOLO it and risk it. So it's another pretty good tool right there. Obviously that's going to be your main bread and butter combo extension. You're gonna have to pay attention to the gravity. If she sends them up really high in the air, then that's, you know, obviously that's a good thing because you'll be able to do your 2-4-2, your full 2-4-2 combo string. But if you use up a lot of gravity, like this for example, when she throws them up in the air, you guys see they're not that high, so you're gonna have to cut your combo short. In the air you have to do 2-4. Only do this into your ender. But this is gonna be your bread and butter ender. This is always gonna be your ender. So other than that, I guess we could talk about her fatal blow, which kind of sucks because you could do it from the air, you could do it from the ground, but she has like a little pause and then she hovers upwards before she comes down, so it makes it a little bit harder to combo into her fatal blow for like big damage to end your combo. But it's definitely possible. You just gotta use the jump in this situation, and you're in the corner, you use the jump 3. No, not that. She didn't even jump properly. So right here, use the jump 3. jump 3 to finish your combo right there if you have all your resources. Obviously, from that overhead, you can't really use Nitara. But if you start from a stand 2-2, you can use Nitara. There's just about 60%. If you're mid-screen, you only do stand 2. So you do the same combo, but over here, you're not. You have to do. So okay, this is a good time to show you guys this because. Let's go to the left side. You have to change your combo depending on if you're close to the corner or not. So the same combo is gonna work, but the difference is when I launch my opponent up in the air and I hover downwards right here, from this combo, from the big combo, you're gonna have to cut your combo short and only do hover down 1-2. So it's gonna look like this. Instead of looking like this, instead of looking like that, it's gonna look like this. It's gonna look like that, and you're gonna have to cut it short. All right. So if you want to do the same combo that I do, you have to cut it short. And if you're not by the corner, you have to do 1-2 right here. That's very important because if you do the other one, it's not gonna work. But if you don't want to use that specific combo, like I said, you could do this. You could just, you know, keep it ultra simple. You could just do this right here. And then, you know, that's going to work everywhere on the screen. And then if you want to use your fatal blow, you just do jump 2. Instead of doing jump 3, you just do jump 2. So right here, you do jump 2 into fatal blow. I think in that situation, you might be able to do jump 2-4 because there's a lot of gravity still. Let me see. Yeah, okay. So with that specific combo, anywhere on the screen, you could do jump 2-4. But if you do my combo where you hover downwards and you do 1-2 to cut it short, you have to only do jump 2. But look at that, 600 damage, 60% damage. Now if you do my combo, you have to only do jump 2. And you might want to do the other combo, to be honest, if you want to, you know, forget the style points, because it's going to do more damage. I'm pretty sure the other combo is going to do 600 damage, and this one is not even going to break 680. But I just do it because it looks cool, and I'm not saying I came up with it, but I just think it looks cool, and I was doing it early on, so that's why I do it. But like I showed you guys, you don't have to do it that way. You keep it really simple and do 600 damage with Nitara without like complicating things. But yeah, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. You know, whenever you punish somebody, punish them with stand 2-2 because the scaling is a lot less compared to if you punish with stand 1. I think the difference is 7 frames and 9 frames. So it's a 2-frame difference, but a lot of times you'll be able to punish with this. So if you're using Nitara, after you do stand 2-2 spit into teleport, the only thing that you could do after this to continue another repetition is do the third hit of 1-2-1-2. So on the third hit, you cancel it, because if you do this, Nitara is not going to recover in time. But if you do the third hit of this, then Nitara will recover in time. So just keep that in mind. You're going to want to use this. So this is what a full combo looks like with Nitara and the Nitara assist. If you punish somebody with stand 2-2 into 2 repetitions of the blood spit, you're going to get, what is this, 55%? 54%, 547. Now let's actually check out the damage on the easier combo. Let's compare. This I'll be able to do a full 2-4. The other one did 547. Oh yeah, this one's gonna do more. Yeah, like I said, whenever you use air dashes in combos, it actually scales the combos. So the air dashing is going to come in handy with some specific combos, but as far as getting the most damage when you're spending a lot of resources, it's going to be best for you to not do air dashes if you want to get the maximum damage. Hold on, I just want to see if I'm pretty sure you can't. I just wanted to see, not from the corner though, if you could get like a full repetition into fatal blow 2 for 2. No, because it's gonna push him. Yeah, it pushes them too far. So that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. One other thing, if you do catch your opponent jumping, whoops. This is some really good damage here if you catch your opponent jumping. Do this combo right here. Gotta do it faster. Oh, I think it has to be closer to the corner in that situation. Whoops. There you go. Look at that. Off of anti-air. 485. What was that? 2 bars a meter? That doesn't work. But if you spend 3 bars a meter, you get a little bit extra. Up a stand 4 anti-air, 530 damage with no cameo. That looks pretty hot right there. That's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching today's basic character tutorial on Nitara, and I will see you guys next time.